box. Jen! Your favorite couple on the internet is back. And let's get going on the lunch hour because it's later than we usually do this. Glitch Kill, Pound of Flesh. Happy birthday, little Aaron Remo Double A. And that was Pound of Flesh by our buddies in Glitch Kill, Shane, Travis, Crusher, and my brother in Losers, Double A Ron. Great work, guys. Like, I'm always proud of you guys. You guys have been doing great work since you came out. That's their new song, Pound of Flesh. Check it out. Cool video. What do you think about the lyric video?
I appreciate the lyrics because unless I have like headphones and the ability to sit and think about it, a lot of times like I have no idea what you're saying in your music. Not sorry. But I need time to like work it through because if I can't sing along, I'm like, eh.
So that's part of it too, is the familiarity gets you.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to see you at some point probably.
It'd be nice to croon along with you while we're at it.
Yeah, or, pretend. I'm not going to sing out loud probably, but I'll mouth some of the words along.
Welcome to the Lunch Hour right here on Gun Music Radio on the Radio King Music app. Once again, I am your handsome, humble, heavyweight host, the Lunchbox, joined by my beautiful bride, Jen. Tonight on this Saturday evening, late special edition. Sorry, Vanek, we didn't get it done last night. We got busy. So we had to watch our bad movie. And tonight, we've got all sorts of fun music for you. We played Glitch Kill because it is Double Aaron's son, Double A's little boy, Triple A's birthday. The Battery family grows on.
The Battery family.
Yes, and now we've also got a bunch of music lined up for you and a bad horror movie review in a brand new movie called Murder Size, filmed by a crew out of Modesto.
Quite popular. It was number 1 in comedy on Tubi. They just released it on Tubi yesterday, the day before, not very long ago. So it's super duper popular, which is really cool. But
it was last Saturday.
No, it wasn't.
It was either last Saturday or last Friday.
It was
because
not.
You mentioned it was on there when we were in Sacramento for the Pallet Jack Rodeo.
There's no way it's been that long.
It's been a week.
Days go by.
So anyway, in light of the spirit of me and Jen arguing and probably going to beat each other up during this next song,
I will win.
Just remember, like the wonderful Broke Note Undertone said, we all bleed red. Live right here on Gun Music Radio on the Radio King Music app.
Wash after
inside
your hair. Innovation. Metal detox.
Metal detox. You couldn't just say metal detox. Metal detox.
Damn it.
Last love of last year's soul. Feel light in your soul and in your bones because we all bleed red. We all bleed red. We all bleed red.
That's right, the incredible Broke Note Undertone on the lunch hour on Gun Music Radio on the Radio King Music app, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock on the Eastern Seaboard. And if you need help figuring it out where you fall in between those two, fuck off.
Eat shit.
Like, just figure it out, man. Like, your time's up. We gave you the 2 months. Now, if you're one of our international listeners, I apologize for not being to help you out. Like, you guys, I'm sorry I'm not better with this. Like, maybe I'll start digging that up. But you in the United States and the continental U.S., fuck you.
We should do that, though. We should pick just a random city in a random country and be like, and this time in this country.
Bubba!
Never heard of before.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Hey, Bubba, good evening, man. What time zone are you in right now?
Wait, he's in our time zone.
Wait, you're here?
He's in California.
I didn't realize
Right.
Bubba was in California right now. And you didn't even call.
Right?
So anyway, thanks for joining us. Those of you that are out there, once again, I'm Lunchbox, and welcome to Gun Music Radio, where you can see, or listen to rather, such great shows as The Obscure Oasis with Sagan and Nick. They talk about UFOs, movies, rock, metal, every night at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can check out Sounds from the Underground by the legendary Mike Vanek. Mike Vanek Sucks Podcast Network right there. And then at Saturdays at 5 p.m., we have the Satanic Mass Show with the Reverend Black. That's Pacific Standard Time as well. Once again, I guess that'd be 8 p.m. on Eastern, Seaboard. And the rest of y'all fucking figure it out, all right? Because I'm done chilling for you guys here on Gun Music Radio. Oh, San Diego, by the way, is where Bubba's at right now.
I know that. Because I pay attention to Facebook. I pay attention sometimes.
My apologies. I'm out there grinding, working hard, trying to get off social media, coming home, cooking dinner, chilling with our kid, not hanging out on my phone, wondering where Bubba's at. Where in the world is Bubba Kateri? And yeah, dude, I don't care that you people call you Larry now.
It's not your real name.
It's Bubba. All right? Like Bubba. That's what you're going by. Anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. We just came from a 1-year-old's birthday party and we're stuffed with cake and barbecue.
Yeah, then I came home and ate cake that we already had. And now I feel like I'm going to die. So I had this beer instead.
That's right. What are you drinking?
What am I drinking? This is Energy City Brewing. Electric Avenue here.
We're going to rock down to Electric Avenue?
We might. It doesn't say that. I added that because it's funny in my head. Bistro Grande Key Lime Pie. Grande. Not a venti. Not a coffee. It's a flavored Berliner style Weiss beer. Berlin. I'm not allowed in Berlin anymore.
Were you banging horses again?
No. I've never been to Berlin. Oh, this is from Illinois.
I
don't know.
It's a
really
Berliner
disappointed.
style beer, not a Berlin beer. But that's pretty cool that that's all the way from Illinois because I just picked that up at one of my favorite beer spots around the corner from my home office at work after training the other day.
My home office.
Well, and that's the thing. It sucks. They're bailing out on craft, which, you hit and you miss. Sometimes you find craft beers that are from 2020 because they bought in during the pandemic and they just all got knocked around back there. And sometimes you find some gems like what you've got there. I have a Daily Grinder from Five Eye Brewing in Ceres, California. This is a very local beer. And this one was actually canned on my birthday, 11/29/22.
I don't know when this was canned.
So that's pretty cool to have a local beer on my show and didn't even realize it. So Five Eye Brewing Co., you're now officially a sponsor. Deal with it. Like, sorry about that. So anyway, now it's time in the show where we reveal to you a fun death fact. And who better to teach you a fun death fact than the maiden of the macabre, the Central Valley's Elvira, the one and only Ellie Von Grimm.
Fun death fact. It has been said that the smell of death usually is like this rotting, putrid smell, but it weirdly has a fruity undertone.
That was short, so I'm going to play it again.
Fun death fact. It has been said that the smell of death usually is like this rotting, putrid smell, but it weirdly has a fruity undertone. fun death fact.
Stop it.
Stop playing. There's only so many times I can think about that. I'm still thinking about teeth popping like popcorn.
Right, you're still all over that. Like
Yes.
you keep bringing it every couple of days. You're like, I can't stop thinking.
I
about
guess
it.
I'm thinking it lives rent free in my head and my mouth, apparently. I guess I could see that. The smell, not back to the teeth. We'll circle back to that at some point in life, I'm sure. But the smell, I could kind of see that. Not everything smells terrible. Like the same kind of terrible.
Not everything smells the same kind of terrible. There are different kinds. You got it. You're welcome from Ellie on that one. So, these death facts are great because they're things that you stop and you're like, what the fuck? No. And I've learned to stop cross-referencing Ellie because she will come back with definitive. You were like, I'm not buying that about the teeth popping like popcorn, and you got a video the next day.
Yes, I did.
Like,
well, I watched the video the next day. I was too drunk to watch it when she sent it that day. But yeah, I have no reason to question that.
no, now that being said, like, what do they mean by the smell of death? Like the smell of death at the moment? Or are we talking about like the smell of death, meaning like you walk in somewhere,
something's bloated and exploded?
Well, there's that scenario. Or I was also going with the smell of like recent death. Like not you walk in and someone's dying and they die, but they have, let's say, within the last hour.
I wouldn't think they would smell like anything really yet.
Hi, Jordan. Oh, okay. Ellie says that's decomposition.
Okay, so like pre-maggots, post-maggots don't take very long to show up, probably.
Well, no, but
Maybe
that's
what makes it smell different.
Well, the other thing is decomposition in the wild and decomposition in the morgue are two different things.
Well, yeah.
Because in the morgue, it's a sterile environment. Did either of us watch the movie you suggested? No.
It's not out yet.
Wait, which movie was it again?
I forgot to tell you about it. I was going to tell you about it that day, and I just really forgot.
She sent it to me too, and I just straight up, I got busy and I didn't look any further into it.
It looked funny, though. I don't think it's out yet. It wasn't out at the time.
Well, the problem when you do a show like this is we get to the point where we start listing movies. Like when we first started, it was, okay, we've seen these movies. Let's rewatch them. And then it was, all right, let's find new movies to review. And now that we are scheduled weekly, and sometimes we even try to knock in 2 in a row, sometimes we just forget. Yeah, there's a secret episode that
no one will hear.
No one will ever hear, but you may get some excerpts from it on Facebook and YouTube because there were some hilarious conversations, but we tried to can it. And your boy Lunchbox forgot to hit the share screen button. So when the every time. So when the music's on, it's literally just silence, and the three of us kind of sitting there rocking out with the mic muted.
Yeah, it's awkward. It's it's weird and it's stupid, and nobody was sober. Some of us were less sober than others, but it did not go well in all realms.
See, I think the conversations, for the most part, other than me going off on that long tangent.
Stop talking about your ball.
No, actually, it was my captain's awareness cap dinner. No, my balls thing was funny, and maybe you'll get to see me. Wait, what? Am I missing a comment from Ellie? Because I agree with Ellie, and yeah, nothing is said after getting to see it matters. No offense, Lunchbox. Oh.
Mine are all like weirdly out of order for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was in relation to the teeth popping or something.
I don't know. See, now you're going back to it.
No.
Now you're circling back.
But anyway, and then Bailey agrees with Ellie, and that's why I was like, what? Like, what about Jen's boobs?
They exist. They're here.
They are great right now. I will say that.
It's summertime.
And booty. Yeah.
I forgot that I stood up. I saw that comment, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm sitting. And I forgot that I had stood up to let the dog in because she barked. She had an opinion on something. I don't remember what at the time.
Oh, it was about when you got up for a second and walked to the door.
Oh, okay.
What's going on, Sean? How you doing? I like the fact that we're talking about my wife's body live on air. Like Jen's boobs, Jen's booty. Yes, I am a big fan of both things. I am fortunate. We all know that she doesn't know she could have done better than me. So yes, trust me, I'm fortunate. I worship at the altar. You guys all know that.
Since Bailey is on here also, I would like to say, hallelujah, it's not fucking summer anymore. Whenever you're listening to this, we're going to be days after this, but it is officially the autumn equinox. There's probably a better word for that, or a better term. Solstice is winter.
There's summer solstice and winter solstice.
Whatever.
It's the vernal
fucking
equinox.
autumn. It's not summer anymore. So summer is gone and it's awfulness. The flies should go away soon. Winter will be next, and it's gray sweatpants season. There you go.
I am surrounded by nothing but pecker check and hussies in my life. Like,
no.
And here Bailey goes, sweatpants season. Fuck.
Look, man, if you're gonna make the conscious decision to walk out of your house wearing gray sweatpants, you know what you're doing, and I'm not sorry.
I'm just saying, I asked you to go down and buy me a pair of gray sweatpants. You're like, you should go too. And that's not the same. I don't ask you to come down and pick the underwear I buy you for occasions. Like when I buy you like Christmas undies, fucking birthday underwear, you know.
Yeah, but they have to fit right. Otherwise it doesn't make sense.
So you don't know how things fit on me? 21 years of marriage and you don't know how things fit on me?
No.
And this is why we are better, gentlemen, because we think about these things. We think about our wives' appearance when we buy them clothes. They don't even buy us clothes, except maybe band tees. And here we go, Ellie. Yes, let the things hang. Facts. We would also like to see those undies. Just saying. Hey, bring that up with her. Ellie, you got to see a picture of her in them undies at that show when we were all kind of drunk.
What was I wearing?
The one that I took of you on the
The
bed.
fuck you showed people my underwear. That's
You were
weird.
standing in front of me and gave me the thumbs up.
Really, I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
it was the.
Was I drinking?
Yeah, we were at the
That
brew.
makes
We were at 1870 Brewing
That
Co.
makes sense. Wait, who else was there?
Well, when I showed that picture, just Ellie.
Okay, I'm like, what night was that?
The
there more
one,
people?
the last one we played. Because I had taken that picture that day and was like,
Oh, your band has seen a different picture.
my band only got to see the one from your back, like from your back down,
I remember that.
or like.
That was a day.
I'm sure you remember. Like, she doesn't let me snap those pictures often, and she always has the look of annoyance on her face when I do it, which is.
You can always tell when I've actually noticed that you're taking the picture because the look on my face. It's like
Fine.
when Daniel Radcliffe wore the same outfit. It's Daniel Radcliffe, right? Outside of his, movie or whatever every single day, so the paparazzi couldn't use the pictures. It's kind of like that.
Right, just no
Just make the
enthusiasm.
face and be like, I just fuck the whole picture up.
Well, I mean, the best one was outside of that was when I got you to be the first one to let me put stickers on your titties.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and you just straight up like
The most annoyed look possible.
you weren't looking at her face. I get that.
I get it.
I don't need. Hey, dude, it's my screensaver. All right, it's my wallpaper, not my lock screen, because that gives me a second when I pull out my phone to show somebody something to make sure I'm not letting them see my wife's gorgeous fat ass. It's more along the line, I'm not trying to accidentally show that to like somebody I work with. Like, oh yeah, check out this drumming video of my kid. There's my wife's butt. But
Oh, sorry about that. The question came up earlier since we're talking about gray sweatpants and all that jazz.
I appreciate your ability to circle back to relevance.
Thank you. I like doing that sometimes, every now and then. Would you would you feel sorry if you would you be apologetic about it? Like when it happens, and you see someone walking down the street, whether you know them or not, would you be like, "Oh, sorry, man, I didn't mean to do that," or would you just be totally unapologetic about it, like you knew what you were doing?
Wait a minute,
You
hold
wore
on.
this
No.
so I would look straight at your dick.
Oh, are we going with that? There's encouragement for me to share those pictures. Man, talk to her. Like, if she wants you to have those pictures, she can turn and give me the green light.
Oh my god.
But when you watch this trailer, this is a stupid movie. Ellie says no, she's never sorry.
Wait, hang on. I want to go back to the movie really quick. That movie did look stupid, but it looked really funny. It just wasn't out yet. We just haven't watched it because of that.
Yeah,
I'll have to look and see if it's actually out on Prime yet.
Yeah, when it's out on Prime, we got you covered, Jordan. We'll watch it.
It looked cute.
Bailey is also unapologetic. They know, just like tits and ass hanging out. They know.
You know, I almost poked you in the face.
Hey, I agreed with you. Like I'm the boob gazer. Like if you're out there rocking the cleavage, don't look at me sideways when I have a reputation for being the wrestling and titties guy, for staring you straight in the chest. I will look you in the eye and talk to you. If we're good friends and I'm taller than you, I'll stand kind of close to you so I can look you in the eye and still look down your shirt. Because you know what? Them things be thangin' and you got them out.
See, and that's unfair also because, like, I have worn things that would be fine, like, head on, but I am short. So if you're going to be tall and you're going to come, like, stand near me or over me or, like, hug me or whatever, you're going to see straight down my shirt. That's not fair. That's not.
See, whoa. That's different than the scenario I threw out there. The scenario I threw out there is, like I said, them things are thangin'.
Okay.
And you already got them halfway out there. But rather than like, okay, let's do a group exercise here. Turn towards me.
On your feet.
I got you.
Ugh. God.
First of all, if y'all got to see them bounces, you're welcome.
Why didn't we bring the other chair out here? This is a fucking rocking chair. They don't swivel.
So anyway, all right. As I'm looking at you head on in that tank top,
okay,
I can see cleavage.
Okay.
Usually, if we were out and about at a show, you'd have them hiked up a little higher. They'd be a little more visible. Okay. So I can see cleavage head on. Now, the offense that most women have is the fact that dudes be talking to their titties, like I am doing to you right now. However, so it's like the whole my eyes are up here thing. All right. So being as you already got them way the fuck out there, if I stand closer to you.
They don't have an option. They exist.
I can look. That's bullshit because I've seen you not have them. So, like I said, at shows and whatnot, them things be thinking a little more.
Okay.
Anyway, as it sits right here, I can look you in the eye and still catch a full view of your rocking cleavage.
Okay.
But from back here, I can still see your cleavage. So that's different. I'm making the conscious effort to make sure I'm looking you in the eyes. I'm just also including the fact that I can see your titties while I'm at it. Now, if you're wearing something that's up about here, but I would have to get close to you, that's invading your bubble to catch a look.
Yeah, but if you're just like, oh, hey, it's you, hello, and you hug somebody, that's different. That's unintentionally, that's a freebie, I guess. I don't know. Oh, this fucking chair. I miss comments. I'm like, comments are everywhere.
What the fuck, Sheriff? I'm sorry. I figured y'all could still see that because, well, as I've said multiple times, this group's exercise is not a group exercise if we, the audience, is not involved. I'm sorry. You know where I live. Come busting through the door, and we will recreate the group exercise. All right? Like, happily.
But the whole point of this is, if you ever see me, if you're wearing gray sweatpants and you're a dude, I mean, I'd probably look if you're not a dude anyways, but whatever. If you're wearing gray sweatpants and I'm trying to I look like I'm on drugs maybe, or like there's something wrong with me and I'm looking you in the face really hard, it's because I'm trying really hard not to just accidentally look down. Apologetically. You try, but if I'm not trying at all, if you walk up, I'm going to be like, you knew what you were doing.
Okay. I get what you're saying. So especially like if I was jogging down the street or whatnot, or like you came upon me at the park doing sit-ups in gray sweatpants, like or doing like hip, like leg lifts or something. It's just like,
or if you cough or something,
right? Or just move. All right. Well, apparently we're getting invaded by these two. All right, bring more beer. And y'all
asleep.
Right, and y'all's things better be thinking too, because man, you wake us up, and if you wake the kid up, I'm gonna beat you with him.
Pick him up. Anyway, great sweatpants season. That's all I had to say. And it turned into a big thing.
Well, I mean, you know, and that's because my season's over, and you didn't even have a sundress this year.
I don't ever wear dresses. I hate dresses.
I know when I miss
I
it
never
because
do.
you know you wore dresses for a while when you were working. Well, you wore skirts.
Oh my god, that was like 20 years ago.
It was like 15 years ago, and you should still do it more often.
I hate skirts.
The kid loves me, so he won't beat you up. No, I'm gonna beat you up with the kid. I'm gonna use his gargantuan melon as a battering ram upside your head, Bailey.
There's people outside talking.
There's people outside talking.
I don't know. They're probably breaking into our truck as we speak. That's the thing to do on this block, I guess.
Our truck hasn't been broken into in a while. The car.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, anybody want to hear an old school death metal track from a band that Jen and I used to see not as often as we should? We only
not
saw
as
them like
often as we
twice.
should have. Not as often as I should have.
So this is a legendary Cytheria. The drummer Corey owned the bar that is now on the way. He still owns On the Y, actually.
Does he?
Yeah.
I thought that was Grant. No, Grant was the other guy.
Grant was the promoter. What the fuck just happened?
Oh my god.
All right, there we go. All right, cool.
We disappeared and now we're back.
So we already talked about the smell of death. Now let's talk about the taste of death. Tasted Dead by Cytheria on the lunch hour. Come on back after the song. Jen's things be thinging some more.
That's gonna be the tagline.
Certified fresh tomatoes.
Fucking
It's hilarious and
somebody
white
commercial.
contained
How
it makes
many
you want to stand up and cheer.
Another record high.
Dumb money. Nothing and select theaters nationwide everywhere Thursday.
Just because we're running short on time. Classic track. This is I Am by Erosion. We miss you, even the Keith.
Oh, good. There's no commercial on this one.
That was our friends in Erosion with I Am here on Gun Music Radio on the lunch hour on Gun Music Radio on the Radio King Music app every Monday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can hear your favorite couple on the internet, the Lunchbox and the Lunch Bride, as it were.
God, if we're their favorite couple, options are.
We are everybody's favorite.
You have a lot of options, and you have chosen us.
And you,
Why?
we know you have a choice in favorite couples, and apparently you have chosen the wrong one. So yeah, that's Erosion with I Am. Really miss those guys. You know, it was kind of cool to see a family band. You know, all the Parkers, mom, dad, their weird son. Yeah, it's Timasil. They all took their Timasil. You know, and then of course rounded out by the ever lovable Pookie Scott and that golden voice we just heard, the Keith. And he started trying to get people to call me the Dave, and I'm like, but there's two of us.
That's difficult. There's too many people named Dave.
Right. We don't know a whole lot of Keiths. I've met other people named Keith.
Yeah.
I don't remember being tight with anybody else named Keith.
No, I got nothing.
So moving on, it's time, of course, for the bad horror movie review of the week. And for the first time in a long time, we picked a current movie, one that just came out from, I forget the name of the production company, Modesto.
I can't remember.
Murder Size. Murder Size is a throwback to the 80s, which they make so many Ronald Reagan references.
Ronald Reagan would be upset about this.
Ronald Reagan would be upset about this. You think he'd be upset about this show?
You know, maybe. I don't know if Nancy might be too. Nancy would be more upset.
You think Nancy would be more upset?
Yeah, I do.
Well. So anyway, as always, we start with the trailer. The only time we play a video where we're unmuted. So let's go ahead and get this going. This is Murder Size. Tell us what you think of the trailer. Clicking buttons here, people. Deal with it.
I'm taking orders here.
We can tell that.
I care about the health of our country.
Where did Gina get this square?
No one respects me.
You're the boss, right? They don't want to listen to you? Person, knock them around a bit. That's all.
The streets are a dangerous place for a young lady these days. She'll be safe in here with me. And action.
5, 6, 7, 8, extra.
The biggest question I have about the Indian director guy is, was his mustache real?
Fly off the shelf.
Oh, yeah. Candy is showing her nether regions to the camera. We're not making a porn, are we?
This is what the audience.
Oh, it's just really that quiet of a trailer.
Man, I'll do the dance. You just gotta show me the moves.
And there was Murder Size, the trailer. And I don't know if I want to say that the trailer gave you a lot to unpack, because there's not a lot to unpack about this movie.
Not really. I mean, it is what it is, and that's pretty much it.
If you didn't catch it, sleazy looking wannabe Ron Jeremy is making an exercise workout video where basically he encourages these chicks to show off the goods. Like, it's not about, you know, the Richard Simmons thing where it's about sweating the oldies and really working out. Gerard, first of all, what's up, Jerry? Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right, my man. And secondly, it's on Tubi right now.
Right now.
Right the fuck right now. But wait till the show's over, then go see Murder Size. Because I'm not going to say it's not worth the watch.
No, it was fun. It was fun because as a child of the 80s, there was some funness to that. Oh wait, you can finish your thought if you'd like.
Proceed.
Oh, okay, fine. Just pause for nothing there. It was a fun throwback to the 80s. It was supposed to be, you know, silly and stuff in that way. The the guy with the chainsaw you saw there,
Chuck.
was he the director? He was the something. I can't remember.
He
what
was
his-
just like a cable puller. He was
Yeah,
a
but
filmmaker. He was cable.
okay. I
he-
couldn't remember what he called himself.
Filmmaker.
He was like my favorite person.
I
in
don't
this
know what
entire
he
movie.
did.
I don't either.
Like the only time I ever saw him doing any actual work was when he was wrapping a cable up one time.
He did some stuff, and then there were lights he could fix that one time.
There's nothing wrong with them.
I can make them better. But it's silly, it's campy. It did kind of drag a little bit. There's a lot of stretches of time where you're like, boy, this could have been cut right on out.
Yeah, that's the complaint I have, is that there were a lot of scenes that were, say, 5 minutes that could have been 2. Like when our new favorite fucking horror bimbo, Jessica Flux, who I actually mean the fuck out of that. Like, she was so beautifully unlikable that it made me like her.
Wait, are we muted right now?
We're
not muted, right? Can you hear us?
Yeah, like, can you hear us now?
Can you see me?
Like, but no, dude, I'm with you. That Jessica Flux, I thought she was gorgeous. Like, she was a bigger girl than you would normally see in a movie like this, in a role like this. All right, Jerry can hear us. Jordan, it's on your end. And there was a particular scene where she drugged Chuck off to go do stuff with him, and Chuck wouldn't do nothing because of the fact that he is focused on becoming a filmmaker, and he doesn't want to be known as a sleazy dude who like takes the girls in the back and fucks them. And like, she pulls her titties out and is like, look at them. Like, I paid for these. Somebody's gonna look at my titties. I paid for these things. And that scene in itself, I mean, for once again, we go back to me being the titties guy. Like, even for that scene, I was like, dude, somebody just look at this chick's titties so she can put them away. Like it drug on. Like,
it's funny, but why didn't the guy just walk away? Why didn't he just walk away? Just walk the fuck away.
Just get out of there.
We all could have avoided that if you just done this, and I mean, maybe walked into a wall or something, but walk away.
So, I'm not going to reveal who the killer is, because the killers and there's a subplot in there about a serial killer in the area that comes up later. Like, at first, I remember you and me were like, "That, what did that even need to be there for?" And then it comes back, at least.
Yeah.
It all
all comes full circle. Which is a theme here, apparently, tonight.
So, my only complaint was that there were moments that drug. Like, they would try to emphasize a point for too long of a point in a scene, and it would just be like, dude, this could have ended 2-3 minutes ago. Like,
were you excited to see Ginger Lynn in the movie?
I was wondering when that was going to come up. Ginger Lynn, who all my classic adult film connoisseurs would know, was in this movie. She was in Metallica's Turn the Page, where she was already looking a little rough. And this is almost 30 years later.
What did I say? She's 60 now?
60.
I mean, good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, like, she, full disclosure, she was in the first porn I ever watched. She was the second woman I ever saw in porn. Because there was a scene at the beginning of the movie that's kind of goes throughout the whole movie. Like, they show a minute or two here, and then they move on to a real scene, and then they come back, and then, and Ginger Lynn was in the first full scene. And she was a very thin, somewhat small-breasted blonde that was hot and was like very game. And to see her still working in movies where her titties come out, probably 40 years later, good for her. Like, pull them bad boys out and let me see them. Like,
oh, there's mafia things too. Don't fuck her though, because her old man's in the mafia, and
her old man's like the head of the mafia.
Yeah, he doesn't know about this. So.
Yeah, he doesn't know about this. He'll cut your dick off, throw it down your throat.
Yeah,
but it's okay. He has his side orders, so if he can do it, I can do it.
It's okay.
Like,
that's what I learned.
There's
About
nothing
this movie.
surprising about this movie. It is everything you expected.
Yeah.
Like, you want gratuitous nudity? There. You want, I have one other complaint. The kills were trash.
It was about the murders, I suppose, too. But
My point is, like, with the gore, Martina would have done a better job by leaps and bounds. Like, the gore was really subpar.
the last scene, though, the chainsaw thing was kind of funny.
It was funny.
It was.
Like-
I'm not a gore person. I don't do scary movies, so it's different.
Well, and the other complaint I had is at some point this movie takes on a more serious tone.
Yeah, the switch really just kind of flips there.
Yeah, like instantly. And it takes away from the campy, funny, goofy slasher.
It comes back though. The chainsaw
The final chainsaw death?
is silly. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be, probably, but I thought,
No, it
I
is.
thought it was silly.
It is. That one did have some comedy to it. But the point is, when we break it down to our two categories, which are do or don't watch, where you stand.
Oh, watch it. Watch it. I give it a thumbs up in that category.
I'll co-sign that. Without any long-winded explanation. Give it a shot. There are better movies of the genre. There are recent better movies of the bad slasher genre that are more worth watching. That being said, if you like your sleepaway camps, your not I almost said Night of the Demons, your 80s slasher flicks that always have an abundance of nudity with a little bit of hilarity splashed in, it's definitely a perfect movie for your list. So watch Murder Size.
Do it.
That's all I'm saying. So, all right, we come to our last song of the night. And of course, what lunch hour would be complete without a J-Dub track? And being as, if you've noticed, we do the alternate. We go classic and then we go current. And on October 13th, the new EP comes out. But for now, we're still rocking the Book of Job, A Mile in Mine. And this is Dumb on the lunch hour.
The show certainly is dumb.
I thought this has been one of our better shows ever.
I don't know. We're fulfilling our legal requirement from Justin.
Been tripping for my feet. Well, I can't hardly sleep. When she looks up, my heart just skips a beat. Because we're staring at the bright side of the sun. I must be dumb. 'Cause I've never felt like I was so in love. Head over heels, I'm spinning wheels. This is how it feels when I look into her eyes. It's like staring at the bright side of the sun. I'm dum-dee-dum, dum-dum-dee-dum-dum. Yeah, the bright side of the sun. I'm dum-dee-dum, dum-dum-dee-dum-dum. Yeah, the bright side of the sun. Days breeze by, and I swear that I can fly. She's just like cat and I. When I stare into her eyes, it's like watching the sunrise stretch across a brilliant sky. I fucking love you so, and oh, I'll never let you go because it's like staring at the bright side of the sun. I must be dumb, 'cause I've never felt like I was so in love. Head over heels, I'm spinning wheels. This is how it feels when I look into her eyes. It's like staring at the bright side of the sun. Dum-dee-dum, dum-dum-dee-dum-dum. Yeah, the bright side of the sun. Dum-dee-dum, dum-dum-dee-dum-dum. Yeah, the bright side of the sun. She's the only one I want to be around. Even though she turns my world right upside down. If she'll be my queen, well, I will gladly wear a crown. And I will always love her. 'Cause it's like staring at the bright side of the sun. I must be dumb, 'cause 'Cause I never felt like I was so in love. Head over heels, I'm spinning wheels. This is how it feels when I look into her eyes. It's like staring at the bright side of the sun. It's like staring at the bright side of the sun. I must be dumb, 'cause I've never felt like I was so in love. Head over heels, I'm spinning wheels. This is how it feels when I look into her eyes. It's like staring at the bright side of the sun. Dum dee dum 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 dee dum dum. Yeah, the bright side of the sun. Dum dee dum 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 dee dum dum. Yeah, the bright side of the sun. Dum dee dum 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 dee dum dum. Yeah, the bright side of the sun. Dum dee dum 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 dee dum dum. Yeah, the bright side of the sun.
The Lunch Hour with your favorite couple on the internet, Dave. Oh my God, I just called myself by my real name.
That's weird.
And Jen. Gun Music Radio, 8 p.m. every Monday, Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Seaboard. Figure it out the rest of the way there. Check out all the bands we played tonight. Broke Note Undertone, Erosion, even though they don't exist anymore. Cypheria, even though they don't exist anymore. The Book of Job. What else we play?
I don't
Oh, Glitch Kill.
They still exist.
they're still around. And of course, go out, click on Tubi, watch you some Murder Size.
The lunch hour's over. Go back to work.
Go back to work.